History has been made at the World Cup. One of the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi, has become the all-time leading men's World Cup goal scorer. He scored Argentina's opener against Austria to move to 17 goals at a World Cup, overtaking the Germany striker Miroslav Klose. The goal came 2 days before his 39th birthday. It was the 6th consecutive World Cup game in which Messi has scored a goal. Well, he had the chance to break the record in just the 9th minute, but missed a penalty. Yes, he did. He made up for it, though, 7 minutes before half-time, adding yet another record to what is an illustrious career. Right, let's get some more on this story. We can speak to South American football expert Tim Vickery, who joins us now. Tim, put into words for us, if you can, just how good the little man is.
Well, you know, Mike, he broke 2 records tonight, one which will get all the attention and one which points in the opposite direction, but I think is linked. He became tonight, Mike, the first player to miss a penalty in 3 World Cups. Why is this relevant? If you want to score, you've got to take the responsibility to be prepared to miss. How good is he? My God, he's good. It hit me like a rocket, you know, in the World Cup build-up. They played a friendly against Iceland, their last game. And he came off the bench for the last 20 minutes. And with his first touch, he set up a chance. And with his second touch, he scored from a penalty spot. And I thought, we're going to have to adjust to a world without him very, very soon. I don't want to. I want to keep living in a Lionel Messi world. I saw him at the start of 2005. He'd only played 1 friendly for Barcelona. He was in action for Argentina in the South American Under-20 Championships. He's only 17. He was half as high as everyone else. And you look at him, you wouldn't give him anything. But the minute he got on the ball, we all knew we were in the presence of something very, very special. It wasn't just that the ball was tied to his left foot, as Maradona said about him. You know, he can dribble. Messi can dribble while watching TV and change the channels. It was the fact that even at that age, he knew which space to attack. He knew where to go. He understood the context in which football is played. But I never imagined then, I thought I'd struck gold. I've been taking credit for it ever since. I never imagined that 21 and a half years later, he would still be part of all of our lives. Let's enjoy it while it lasts.
Absolutely. All right then, Tim. Easy one for you here. Is he the greatest of all time?
Oh, you've got to, Mike, you've got to remember where I live. You've got to remember where I live. I live in Rio. I live in Brazil. It's still considered a little bit of sacrilege to say this. And I think all of us, we're all living in a World Cup house that Pelé built. So let's have some tribute to that. Messi has done it for longer, hasn't he? If I had to choose one player to play for my life, it would still be Pelé. But now no one in Brazil can now say that this conversation is stupid and shouldn't take place. Messi has put himself right in the conversation. As long as we don't use one to attack the other, as long as we celebrate them both and all of the other great stars, because that for me is what the World Cup is all about.
Tim, I couldn't agree more. Let's talk about one of those great stars then, Kylian Mbappe. Does he look the sort of player who could catch Messi?
He certainly does. And I don't think Messi is particularly bothered by that. There's that huge difference between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, where one is very, very motivated by individual awards and the other isn't. I think what Messi wants to do is to achieve success in the collective context. And there is no better example of this than the goal that broke the record, the first goal. Now, clearly, the gods of football didn't want this one to come from the penalty spot. It would be too banal, wouldn't it, to break the record with a goal from the penalty spot. So the goal that did break the record, it's one of those little Argentina moves when they burst together in clusters. And what happens? The ball's played square across the Austrian defence. Young Thiago Almada dummies it. He leaves the ball for Messi to arrive and just sweep it into the net. He hears the call from Messi. He instantly appreciates that Messi's in a better position. And really what this team is, it's Messi surrounded with his fan club. It's Messi surrounded with people who help him help the team to win. And I think helping the team to win has always been Messi's focus rather than concentrating on individual records. So I'm sure that he will think, yeah, one day Kylian Mbappe will break the record. Good luck to him. What Messi wants to do is win titles for his team.
Yeah, indeed. Tim, I'll be honest with you. I thought, because this Argentina team is like the nucleus of the team 4 years ago, I thought they were too old. Do you think this team can go and do it again?
The midfield, I think, is 4 years older and better. So that gives them great hope. I worry about how difficult it is to replace Di Maria, who was the kind of joker in the pack. I think he's a player who can't be replaced. I also worry that the defensive unit, it's unchanged. No new defenders have really emerged. And if you remember Qatar, Mike, that Argentina defensive unit, it collapsed under pressure against Australia, against Holland, and against France in the final. I do worry that it might be a bridge too far. Are Argentina going to win the World Cup? I don't know. I have my doubts, but I do know one thing. We're going to have a lot of fun watching them and finding out.
Tim, I'm taking from that you're backing England, so we'll take that. Thank you very much. Great to speak to you. Thanks, Tim.